Hello everybody, thank you for joining me. This is Game God Fluent, bringing you episode 1 of a new Let's Play that I'm going to be recording. So here's the scoop. I haven't actually recorded any Let's Plays or episodes for them for a few months now. I've just been relying on old footage to go up and be on the channel for now, but I want to start something new. I feel like the break that I took was good. It was very good, and I'm interested and in the mood more to record now. So, going to be starting this game, and this is episode 1 where we're going to look at the manuals, because it is pretty necessary. We're going to be playing Dark Disciples 2, Rise of the Earth Spirits. So this is a pretty obscure little RPG. It's very cool. It was actually made in RPG Maker, but it does not look like an RPG Maker game. I think it was made in RPG Maker, but it absolutely is a cool old school CRPG. Very different than anything I've ever played, but very much old school and cool. Very much a CRPG. So let's go ahead and start with the quick start guide. We're going to boot this up here. Dark Disciples 2 quick start guide. Let's get into it and see what the game offers. Has a fairly user-friendly interface. That's true. It's very user-friendly and easy to play, but also employs many standard CRPG conventions, so you shouldn't have trouble starting playing without reading the manual. Excuse me. However, there are a couple of things you should be aware of before you begin. Therefore, here's a short list of need-to-know points to get you started quickly. The objective. Before creating a new character, you should select the objective main menu option. This option sets up the storyline and main game objective. Character creation. DD2 has a skill-based character creation system. During character creation and when leveling up, you'll gain stat points to spend on stats like strength, and skill points to spend on skills like pick locks. Skill cap stats. In DD2, you have 6 primary statistics: strength, endurance, agility, dexterity, willpower, and perception. There's 11 skills available in the game, all of which you can spend points on during character creation. Every skill has a cap stat, which is the statistic the skill is associated with. For example, the cap stat for Arms Master skill is dexterity. When spending points on skills, you cannot raise a given skill higher than its associated cap stat. Makes sense. For example, if your dex is 4, you can raise your Arms Master skill to a maximum of 4. If you later increase your strength, you can of course, raise your Arm Master skill appropriately. That's supposed to say dexterity, but you may want to consider reading the skill descriptions and planning ahead for this reason. Info panel. DD2 has a context-sensitive help feature. There's an info panel for most elements, such as stats, skills, buttons, affliction icons, etc. in the game. To access an info panel, simply right-click and hold on whatever it is you're interested in. Release the mouse button and the panel disappears. Calc panels. Many character statistics, skills, etc. have an associated calc panel. These panels provide a breakdown of all the current bonuses and penalties to a particular stat. For example, your strength calc panel might list bonuses due to equipped magic items and temporary spell and power effects. So, alright, so that's the quick start guide. Let's get into the introduction. Let's see if there's anything here worth checking out. The game is free. Contact details, common terminology. Design philosophy. We can check this out. Just for interest, here are the design philosophies I followed when writing Dark Disciples 2. Of course, this was made by one guy. I don't see his name here. Oh, Bjorn Lin? Or Bjorn Linne? Oh, that's the music was written by Bjorn Lin. I don't know if you can still email this guy who made it. It's available at Ancient Architects. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the design philosophy. Deterministic obstacles. One of the major design focuses for Dark Disciples 2 was that success or failure in a given task should be deterministic, and not, where possible, involve a random dice roll. For example, if your strength is 4 and the door's strength is 3, then you'll always be able to break it down. If, on the other hand, the door's strength was 5, you would never be able to break it down. Essentially, I wanted to avoid repetitive tasks as much as possible. In this case, the player trying to break the door down over and over again until he or she succeeds. I also wanted to discourage as much as possible the mimesis-breaking tactic of reloading the game over and over until a desired outcome is achieved, such as avoiding the trap on a chest. Note that combat 2-hit rolls and damage rolls still involve virtual dice rolling, as is in most traditional CRPGs. Simplicity. Essentially, I wanted the rules in Dark Disciples 2 to be fairly simple to learn and play. Hopefully anyone reasonably familiar with CRPGs will be able to play the game without needing to refer to the instruction manual very often or at all. And he really nailed that one too. It's very simple to play, but still quite deep. Low redundancy. I wanted to avoid the scenario where there are millions of different character options, but where each has little discernible effect. I also wanted to avoid the situation where skills or spells become obsolete as you advance in levels. Old school feel. DD2 has a distinctly old school feel and approach to computer roleplay gaming. Don't get me wrong, I love many modern CRPGs and don't have a snobby attitude towards them. I just wanted to make an old school game. That's all. It's a childhood nostalgia thing. Oh, and DD2 clearly has an old school look due to my limited artistic ability. And a modern interface. 80s CRPGs often required a lot of note-taking and map drawing on graph paper. These activities are not really considered fun by today's standards, so context-sensitive help, auto-map, quest logging, all the modern features designed to make gameplay more fun and less a chore are implemented in DD2. It's very cool. Excuse me, I have a little tickle in my throat. We really don't even have to read this, but I just wanted to make this quick episode 1 to get back into the swing of things. Because we can right-click in the game, like I said, and get any stats we want. When you gain a level, you gain additional stat point, which must be spent immediately. You'll see the modern interface too. It's very nice. We can look at the different stats and what they do. We can do this in the game though. Spending skill points. There's not a lot here that if we have to reference the manual when we start the game, we will. You know, it goes over skills and stuff and different things. There's a lot to it, even though it is pretty simplistically designed, but it's quite deep. As I said, there's a lot of different inventory items and gear you can equip and weapons and different skills and stuff. Equipment guide, I don't know if I really want to look much at this. I think we can figure out the equipment in the game, you know, using wands and stuff and figuring that out, equipping items, identifying items. Yeah, we can pretty much figure that out, and that's it. You know, the rest is an editor that comes with it, I believe. You want to build a campaign in this, you know, this engine, you can. Yeah, maybe I'll mess around with it someday, I don't know. I maybe record my progress, but looks pretty cool to use, looks pretty simple, and also quite powerful, as we'll see with this game. You know, I can't really understate the fact that this is an old school CRPG, but it's got very modern features that just make it a real joy to play. It's not very obtuse to play. It's not very difficult to get into. But once you get into it, you know, you can really get lost in it, which is very nice. So I think it's going to be a real joy to play, especially sharing with you guys out there. I hope you're interested in seeing it. This is going to be it for episode 1. I just wanted to kind of kick this off and get rolling here, give me something to record. And next time, we will go ahead and jump right into Dark Disciples 2 and check it out a bit. Create our character, get into the game, see the story. There's like in-engine cutscenes and stuff that happen. It's very, very interesting. So I hope to see you guys then. I hope you'll join me. Stay tuned. We're going to play a lot of this game. It's going to be quite a long LP, most likely. So I hope you'll stick with me. I hope you'll join me for that. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for sticking with my channel. I will see you guys next time. Much love, peace, and joy. And Fluent out. Stay tuned for Dark Disciples 2, Rise of the Earth Spirits. Bye-bye.